Good evening and welcome to the Monster Cave. I am John, your host, and welcome to the 4th edition / episode of the Monster Cave. Oh boy, we got a great show for you guys tonight. Oh yeah, we got giant killer chickens.
Giant killer chickens?
That's what I said, giant killer chickens. I can't make that stuff up. Why? Because it's cheesy. We got the great Tim Thomerson fighting zombie-like creatures. And we got bloodthirsty alien farmers. Also, I'm going to be showing you some trailers and some clips. And I'm going to be showing you some collectibles that I have brought onto the show. And who knows what else is going to creep on into this cave. So with that, sit back, grab that tub of bloody popcorn, because we're going to start the show off right now with the first movie that's shown in my cave. It's the 1985 sci-fi classic, Trancers, starring the great B-movie Tim Thomerson.
Dry hairs for squids.
And Helen, before she was famous, Hunt.
Did I give you my phone number?
Yes. So, let's watch that trailer. So, check it out. Let's watch!
I'm Jack Death. I'm a trooper in the 23rd century.
Jack Death, Angel City PD. May I see your stats?
What did I do?
Under Section 7 of the Penal Code, the Council authorized me to administer you a transfer suspect examination.
You can't give me a TSE without a warrant.
I got your warrant right here, pal.
Okay. I don't want any trouble.
Hold out your...
My job is hunting trancers.
I got nothing to hide.
Finding them, and singeing them.
Look out!
Of course, sometimes they find me first. Then it's a little more complicated. How do you know Whistler's location?
We monitored a line disruption in Los Angeles, December 1985. Van Zandt, Ash, and I all had ancestors in the city then.
If you think I'm bringing that scum up the line, you got the wrong trooper.
Unless you stop Whistler, everything the Council has accomplished for the last 40 years will count for nothing.
Okay, let's say I believe this. You're a cop from the future and you're chasing this guy Piper.
Whistler.
Why doesn't he just turn you into one of these zombies? Or me?
Trancing only works on squids, people with weak minds, easily controlled. Lena, I'm from another time, another world. I don't even know what you people eat for lunch.
Okay, I got fried rice, egg rolls, and beef chow mein.
Beef? You mean like from a cow? I thought it was rough in the 23rd century. I didn't know how hot it could get.
Jack?
How's my tan? It was getting hotter all the time.
Jack?
I guess I just attract a certain element no matter what century I'm in.
This way, mister!
Anyway, I gotta run now.
I'll arrive with the lady.
Over here, Ashby!
And he's never even been here before. Trancers.
Yes, that was an awesome trailer. So I'm going to show you a couple of posters to Trancers. Yes, the one on your left is the original VHS tape that came out back in the 80s. And the other poster, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a European poster, but I mean, Jack Death is back and he's never been here before. I mean, classic. Yeah, I love posters. Instead of showing you one, I wanted to show you two. Two for the price of one. So, what is Trancers about? Well, Trancers is about police officer Jack Death, who is from the 23rd century. And they didn't call them police officers, they called them troopers. So he was known as Trooper Jack Death. Anyway, Trancers are a bunch of a group of people that are under the mind control of their leader, Whistler, who's part of the cult. Anyway, Whistler ends up killing Jack Death's wife, and Jack Death goes after him and sets a trap for him on one of the planets. Well, the trap didn't work, and Whistler survived. So Whistler ends up going back to, or finds a way to go back to 1985 so that he can kill the ancestors of the council that is in Angel City, which is supposed to be Los Angeles, but Los Angeles is now in ruins. So Jack Death is asked to go back to Jack Death is asked to go back to 1985 to stop Whistler, and he travels back into 1985 into his ancestor, whose name is Phil. Well, it turns out Phil just spent the night with Helen Hunt's character. Oh yeah. So anyway, so I know it's getting close to Christmas time, and I actually wanted to show you this clip from Trancers. Now, if you're a parent and your kid is watching this, and your kid is younger than 10 years old, you might want to turn them away from this scene. Be warned. So, let's watch.
John, there's an android and a new slot car because my stupid sister busted my old one. Hey, Santa, are you listening?
What's wrong with Murray?
He's a trancer.
A what? Oh my God, what are you doing? One of your friends? Security, we've got trouble at the North Pole.
I said hold it!
Yes, that is a fantastic scene, classic scene. I mean, the guy's dressed up as Santa Claus and then he becomes a trancer. Great scene, great scene. So anyway, I love this movie. It's a cross between the Terminator and Blade Runner, but honestly, it's a lot more fun. Yeah, it's the 23rd century, and this is made in 1985. It's a low-budget movie. I mean, I don't know if I should say this, but I guess in the 23rd century, you can still smoke in the restaurants. So, and they didn't really have flying cars either, so I don't know. But check it out, it's a fun movie, and I give it 5 monster faces. So check it out. All right, so I told you I was going to bring on some collectibles to my show, and I want to show you a couple of, or like 4 glasses that a friend bought for me. They bought these from Spencer's Gifts. So I want to show you some of the glasses that I brought on. There's the first one, the creature from the Black Lagoon. Oh yeah, strange, savage killer. New thrill, startling, unbelievable. And over here it says horror, weird, warning, terror strikes, and of course it says it comes to life. that it comes to life was actually from the Mummy poster. So we got that one. And my next one is The Bride of Frankenstein. Yes, with Elsa Lanchester. Yes, look at those red lips. Who will be the bride of Frankenstein? Who will dare? It comes to life again. And this one, yes, the monster demands a mate. He demands it. If you don't give it to him, he's going to go crazy. And you got the chill thriller of the century. Weird, startling, unbelievable. Yeah, so that's really cool. I like that. And my next one, well, you can't have the Bride of Frankenstein without Frankenstein. Yes, Boris Karloff. New thrills, strange, savage killer. It comes to life, part 3. Terror strikes. Horror, weird, startling, unbelievable. The chill thriller of the century. Warning. Of course, from the poster, the Frankenstein poster says, the original horror show. So, yes, that's very cool. Now, if you haven't noticed, a lot of these are all black, whereas the creature from the Black Lagoon is clear. And Richard brought up a good point to that. Maybe if you put in some green liquid into the creature from the Black Lagoon's glass, it will look like the Black Lagoon. So, good theory there, Richard. Good theory. And my last cup, the Mummy. Yes. Weird, startling, unbelievable, new thrills and horror. And of course it says terror strikes, it comes to life. That is where it should be on this cup, but they put it on all the other cups. And then you got terror, strange, savage killer. Look at that. His hands kind of come out. That's cool. It's almost like 3D. Yes, so anyway. All right, so there you have them. The 4 glasses that I wanted to bring onto my show. The Creature from the Black Lagoon, The Bride of Frankenstein, Frankenstein, and The Mummy. Yes, I actually went out to Amazon to see if I could find these, and I can't find them out there, so they may have discontinued them, but I have them, and they're collectibles, and I just love that stuff. I'm big into collecting, so I really enjoy that. So. All right, so the next movie that is playing in my cave tonight is the 1984 comedy horror classic, Bloodsuckers from Outer Space. Okay, Screaming Lady, it's not that scary unless you think this trailer is scary, so let's watch!
Don't know what's happening in my town. Seems everybody's changed. All of the people that I thought I knew.
It's the bloodiest mess I've ever seen.
They're not in it for the money. They're not in it for the love.
That's totally disgusting.
They've both been sucked. Oh yeah, you mean like some kind of pervert or sex fiend?
Bloodsuckers from outer space.
All right. Yes, it's that bad, but it's intentionally meant to be bad. I mean, when you watch this movie, you know that every scene that you watch is hilarious. So it's supposed to be funny. So anyway, here's the poster. This is actually taken off of the Shriek Show DVD. I can't find any posters on this movie, so when in doubt, print it off of the computer. So it works for me. I hope it works for you. So. Anyway, so I did a little research on this movie, and it's, like I said, it was made in 1984, and this movie came off the heels of The Return of the Living Dead. And the similarities are astounding. I mean, I know this movie was kind of copying The Return of the Living Dead. For example, there's the scenes where you have the talking zombies. Now, are they zombies or are they vampires? Because they bite people's necks and they drain their blood. They don't eat them. So, zombie / vampire? Sure. But I'm kind of getting off of there. I want to go back to the similarities. Zombies can talk, and also there's a scene at the very end where the general and the president are talking about dropping the bomb on the populace of where the zombies are rampaging the towns. Same thing with The Return of the Living Dead. At the end of the movie, spoiler alert, they dropped a bomb on the populace where the zombies are at in The Return of the Living Dead. So, yes, the similarities are there. Anyway, moving on, let's talk about the scene where the doctors are going to explain why this is happening. Now, there's an invisible wind, a wind is when it hits you, people end up throwing up blood, and of course all the blood drains out, and they become the zombies / vampires. But let me show you a scene where the experts can tell you exactly what's going on.
I'll let him explain it to you. Ralph? Ralph?
Huh?
Would you explain the effects?
Effects?
Effects.
Oh yeah. Well, we're not really sure about the molecular makeup of the energy field or life force, as it is from outer space, and no research has yet been done on it. But we do know that it's colorless, odorless, tasteless, and invisible.
And also very windy.
Yes, it manifests itself in a strong gust of wind.
That is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard.
So I want to give you some examples of why this movie is a comedy. There's a scene where the lead guy and the lead girl are walking down a hallway, and the guy says,
Damn, that incidental music's scary.
yes. And then there's the scene where it's the karate scene. And then the next scene, there's a scene where the lead guy and his brother, the brother had just turned into a zombie vampire, start kung fu fighting. Yeah, yeah, I had to do it. So the girl says,
"Oh no, I can't take another kung fu scene."
and of course, there's the scene where the president and the general are talking about dropping the bomb on the populace.
There won't be any masses if you don't let me do this.
Okay, all right. If I let you drop the bomb, you promise you're not going to call me or try to see me again?
Oh, yes, yes. I promise, Mr. President.
Okay, then you just take care of the matter, all right?
Then I can drop the bomb.
Yeah, just make sure it's a small bomb, okay? Right, okay. Back to work.
So anyway, the extremely low budget movie of Bloodsuckers is it's very low budget, but that's what kind of makes the movie what it is. It's funny, even when it's not meant to be funny. It's funny. So I hope that you check it out. If you have nothing going on and you don't want to waste an hour and 20 minutes, there you go. So check it out.
Welcome. Please feel right at home. I want to teach you a game called, amusingly enough, Stay Alive. It's quite deadly. To win, you eliminate your opponents like this, or they eliminate you. It's great fun. I'd be happy to teach you how to play, but there's no one left. I'm the sole survivor. Stay Alive from Milton Bradley.
Hello and welcome back. You're watching The Monster Cave and I am John, your host. I hope you're having a good time. And my next segment is my latest gets. So whenever I pick something up, like recently, the segment's called Latest Gets, and I want to show you one of my latest gets. It's the Mego Dracula. Yes, I got this from Target, and it's actually over here. It's a limited edition, so there's only so many copies out there. Officially licensed, detailed 8-inch character, authentic retro packaging. Pose figure in any action position. There's a few more that have come out. Oh, by the way, before I forget, they actually have a trivia question on the back. And it says, from where did Bela Lugosi derive his professional surname? And it was actually, how do you pronounce that? It's Lugos. It's Lugos from Hungary. So anyway, that's a little trivia fact for you. But it says collect them all. So they actually, I know they brought out the Frankenstein monster, which is Boris Karloff. Their next one that they're bringing out is the Wolfman. Well, when you think of the Wolfman, you think of Lon Chaney Jr., right? Well, part of that is true. When I saw what came out for the Wolfman, I almost fell off of my chair. The face of the screaming werewolf. What was Target thinking, or Mego thinking? I mean, yes, it's Lon Chaney Jr., but I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. I think maybe a theory that I have is maybe they couldn't get the licensing from the Lon Chaney Jr. estate. That's my guess, but it's the Mexican movie Face of the Screaming Werewolf, which Lon Chaney Jr. is actually a mummy at the beginning of the movie, and then he becomes a werewolf. So I want to show you that. All right, so like I said, since it's getting close to Christmas time, I want to show you this ornament. If you can zoom in on that. It's the Hallmark Frankenstein ornament. Yes, I thought that was pretty cool. On the back it says, "It's alive, it's alive." Audience in 1931 gasped in horror as the creature in the movie Frankenstein twitched to life. Played by Boris Karloff, the flat-headed, bolt-necked monster ultimately turned on his creator, terrorizing the countryside, and became an enduring pop culture icon. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I actually have put this up on my Christmas tree. It's a small Christmas tree, but I put it up. And at the very bottom, it's got Frankenstein. It says the date on it. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So, Merry Christmas! All right, so the next movie that's playing in my cave tonight is the 1976 nature versus man classic, The Food of the Gods, starring Marjoe Gortner, Pamela Franklin, and Ralph Meeker. And this movie was actually directed by Burt I. Gordon. Burt I. Gordon, B-I-G. I can't make this stuff up. I mean, this guy was meant to make giant monster movies. I mean, he's made quite a few. He's made The Amazing Colossal Man. And he directed The Amazing Colossal Man. The War of the Colossal Beast, the Spider, and The Empire of the Ants. He also directed the movie Village of the Giants. So this guy was destined to make these types of movies. So I wanted to show you the trailer to this movie, so let's watch.
More frightening than his War of the Worlds. More imaginative than his Time Machine. Now, H.G. Wells' masterpiece of science fiction, The Food of the Gods. The terrifying tale of man fighting for his life against an ecology gone berserk. This is the last chance for an unsuspecting world against harmless animals and insects made huge and vicious by the food of the gods. Marjoe Gortner. Pamela Franklin. Ralph Meeker. Ida Lupino. H.G. Wells' The Food of the Gods, for a taste of hell. Rated PG.
All right, so the movie is about a group of friends that go off to this island in Canada, and one of the friends is attacked by a bunch of giant wasps. Well, it turns out that the local couple that live on the island, Mr. and Mrs. Skinner, have found this goop that's coming up from the earth, and they decided to feed it to their chickens, but the chickens won't eat the goop or the food of the gods, so they mix it with bird seed or bird food, and the chickens start eating it. But what else starts eating it is the rats and the wasps and worms. So they start getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So Ralph Meeker plays Mr. Bensington, who's this evil, corrupt guy who wants to start to sell this goop that's the food of the gods. He also brings his assistant Lorna, who is played by Pamela Franklin. Now, Pamela Franklin has been in her share of horror movies from back in the day. She was in The Legend of Hell House, the Satan School for Girls. And Ralph Meeker, he was in a classic from back in 1972, The Night Stalker with Darren McGavin. So all these people have been in the horror business, but I just want to kind of tell you a little bit about that. So let's talk about our hero, the great Marjoe Gortner. Yes, he was the Brad Pitt of his day.
I want you to make love to me. It is crazy, isn't it, at a time like this?
Listen, the first thing we'll do when we get back to the mainland is continue this conversation, okay?
Go, Marjoe, go! Yes, yes. That nose and that afro, I swear. So anyway, Marjoe Gortner had been in other horror movies as well later on. He was in the 1980 classic Mausoleum. Now, if you check that movie out, make sure you watch the scene where Marjoe dances. Yeah, I'm bad at dancing, but I could probably dance a little bit better than that. But maybe I don't know. But it's funny. Now I just love this movie. It's a classic. It's a date movie. So if you have a girlfriend or a wife, watch this movie with her. I mean, seriously, she's gonna be snuggling up to you. It's classic. And another thing is this movie came out back when the giant monsters were kind of coming back into style. Yeah, they were big at the box office. Get it? Big? Dry humor, I'm sorry. But this movie has it all. It's got giant rats. It's got giant worms. Giant chickens.
Giant chicken?
That's right, giant chickens. It's got everything but the kitchen sink in this movie. So I want to show you a scene from the movie before I finish up, but it's a classic scene, so let's watch. Oh boy, I sure hope PETA doesn't come after me on that last segment. So anyway, I wanted to show you the poster to the Food of the Gods. And not only do I have one poster, but I got two posters to show you. So you have the original poster. H.G. Wells predicted rocket ships and space travel and things to come. Nuclear energy and the atom bomb in the time machine. Now the master of science fiction tells his most frightening story. Yes. And the other poster is was a double feature back in the day. Now when I saw this poster, I was confused. They're doing a double feature with Straw Dogs. I don't know what to say on that one. I think I have a theory though, is that whoever put the poster and the double feature together probably thought that Straw Dogs was about killer dogs, and they just whipped it up. Because Straw Dogs is not anything like the Food of the Gods. Straw Dogs is very serious. It's peck and paw. It's a peck and paw movie, whereas the Food of the Gods is cheesy, funny. You know, it's bad acting, but so I had to show you that. I just want to say I love this movie. It's cheesy acting. The effects in it. Some of the effects are kind of cool because they use the old like the big rat heads and stuff like that, where people be getting attacked. So it's kind of hard to take it seriously, but I love this movie. It's classic. I'm gonna give it 5 monster faces. So yeah, if you get a chance, check it out. Okay, so we're coming to the end of my show, but since we talked about double features, I kind of came up with an idea of what would I create for my own double feature, movie night. And I actually came up with this idea. My first movie that I would show, The Abominable Dr. Fives, Love Means Never Having to Say You're Ugly, with Vincent Price. Yes, that would be my first showing. My next movie would be Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Hey, nothing says you got a mad doctor and you got a mad chocolate maker to make your night. So I'm sorry. It's almost like the same concept with Straw Dogs and the Food of the Gods. You're going from one extreme to the next. So anyway, I thought that'd be kind of cute and kind of funny. Hey, you got Vincent Price and Gene Wilder on the same night. Classic. That's awesome. So, all right. So we're coming to the end of my show, and my show, The Monster Cave, and I want to throw out a couple of thank yous. First, I want to say thank you to CCX Media for allowing me to do my show. I said it once and I'll say it again. They're making a young kid's dreams come true, and I really mean that. I want to thank a couple other people. I want to thank my camera person, Richard the A-Bomb. He's always helping me out, and I always really appreciate it when he does. And in turn, I help him out with his shows. And check out his show, Free Access, if you get a chance. Also, Mary Malaj, thank you so much for being the director on my show. She has her own show out. Mary's Eclectic Interests, yes. Check that out. I actually helped her out with the show, and it's a lot of fun. I want to say thank you to my mom and my dad, my brothers, my sister, their families. I want to thank my girlfriend, my daughter Aubrey. She's my biggest fan. I'm hers. And I want to do a couple shout outs to a couple companies. Video Universe, Family Video, Amazon, and eBay. You guys keep the movies coming, keep those classics coming. So anyway, I just want to say I hope you have a good night. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in your nightmares.